I remember one day my mum forcing us to go to school. Our car was being shot at. We went through a multitude of checkpoints. And when they'd ask Mum, "Where the hell are you going?" she'd tell them, "I'm taking my kids to school." The armed men would laugh and call her nuts. She refused to go back, even when we could see missiles hovering over the school as we approached it. On seeing that, however, she decided maybe it was time to leave. I went to a private school in Lebanon, one of the most respected to this day. I was physically disciplined when there was a need for it, and when the teacher felt like it, apparently. We respected our teachers, not because we loved them, rather because we feared them. Feared what they would tell our parents, how they would mark and report us. Feared Dad's reaction and embarrassment from the family, neighbors and the community. On the day they would hand us the report cards to give to our parents, we would leave the house wearing thick jackets in 35-degree temperatures, worried what's going to happen when we come back home, if we ever did. 25 years later, and having studied at 4 universities, taught vet for 2 years, managed a college with 400 national as well as international students for another 2, and having managed an international education company, I can say I have a small idea about Australian education. Okay, with such a vast experience in Australian education, where should we start? So, we want sponsored Saudi students money, but we're against building a mosque in Bendigo, or using the term occupied territories. And while we're there, should we talk about how powerful a certain religious group's lobby is and the effect it's having on silencing professors in universities? Oops, hang on. It's not about education in social or political contexts. What was I thinking? Let's start over. Indian students, they're a migration risk, aren't they? Oops, I did it again, I'm sorry. Okay, so there are now more Chinese education agents than there are Chinese students. That's education and economics. Surely I can say that. Can we at least talk about why private colleges are closing then? Let's then talk about childcare centres being the most profitable businesses nowadays because both parents have to work and can't survive on a single income. Or the fact that some religious schools are becoming increasingly conservative and religion teachers are increasingly no, I'm not going there. How about we talk about how Jewish schools have armed guards? Can we at least discuss how technology is moving faster than teachers can catch up to, and how that's making all the teachers suffer mental breakdowns? Or the fact that some teachers are becoming increasingly unprofessional and becoming sexual predators? No, we can't discuss that, can we? Can we at least talk about teenage pregnancies in schools? Or the fact that in this day and age, schools are becoming less relevant. All you need to do is create an app, clip about shaking your butt, and you're an instant billionaire. And speaking of billionaires, should we discuss how we live in an age where there is more focus on inspirational mega-rich entrepreneurs who pride themselves on not finishing college? No, I'm sure it's not that grim. If that was the case, the government would close TAFEs and colleges, cut funding to schools and universities. Oh wait, what do you mean the Liberal government are taking funding away from education? Don't tell me there's cuts to research, surely. Students' rights? Fees? Well, one thing's for sure, bullying is under control, and no students are committing suicide because of being bullied in schools, right? Well, at least we have gun control, and no child or man will walk into our schools carrying a gun. Yes, definitely better off in Australia. Australian education is most definitely going backwards. This can change and needs to change. It should start with the government stopping using education as a source of profit and income.
Created using Powtoon.